Hello, good morning, everyone. So let's start our session. Okay. So in my yesterday's class, I have given you an understanding about, about this course and also about what benefits you will have from doing the course and all those things. So today, let's start with the basics of Oracle. Okay. Okay. So we will start with our basics of Oracle Fusion Financials training. So, firstly, what do you mean by Oracle? See, today what we will understand, the agenda is what is Oracle, what are Oracle applications, what do you mean by Oracle financials, Oracle product families, and various Oracle application versions. Okay. So first, what's Oracle? Oracle is nothing but a database name. Okay. So the full form of Oracle is Oak Ridge Automatic Computer Logical Engine. Okay. So this is the from this specific name derived the word Oracle. Okay. And Oracle is nothing but a database. What will the database do? Its purpose is to maintain the data. Okay. So now how this data is maintained in Oracle? Okay. It is maintained in the form of structured query language, that is SQL, right? So if you have to interact with Oracle, you have to enter the data in the form of SQL, and then only the Oracle will understand, right? And after you have entered some data into the Oracle, it will store in its database in the form of tables. Okay, so the data is stored in the form of tables called as database tables. These forms are created to enter the data. Okay, now what happens is, see, as you and me, we will not know SQL, or not everybody will know SQL. Then how Oracle is accessible to each and every individual? This is because of these tables, because it stores in the form of these tables. Okay, and some simpler forms are created. Okay, to enter the data. So an individual will enter the data in that form. That form will convert that data into their query, that is a structured query language, and finally it will be stored in its database tables. Okay. So what will happen is, there will be one invoice form, let's say. Suppose you are creating an AP invoice and you have to enter the details like the supplier name, the address, the item which you have purchased, and the amount of the item, the quantity of the item. Okay, all those things you have to enter. So those all things you will be entering in one form. Okay, AP form, you can say the invoice form. Okay, and once you enter the data, the system will convert into the query language and it will store in it database tables. Okay, so what is Oracle? It is nothing but a database. It is a huge database which stores all the data of your enterprise. Correct? Fine. Now, whatever forms you are entering, right? Each form, for each form, there will be a separate table. Okay, by entering the data in the form, saving it, the data will automatically get inserted into the tables, right? So forms can very much be related like invoice form or the payments form, supplier form, bank accounts form, all those things. So as I already mentioned, if you are entering an AP invoice, okay, so here which department comes into picture? The payables department. Okay, before that, let me show you. So this is one pictorial representation of how to store the data in the database. Okay, so if you see from the left hand side, the system only understands the SQL, but we cannot enter into SQL, right? We will have some forms and once you enter the data in the form, it will store in the database tables. Okay, so this is the form. For example, it is an AP invoice. Okay, so I mean, I have given you one EBS version form also and one new, that is web pages. Okay, so we will be coming from older version to newer version. Okay, so this is something like a form where you will enter some amount, unit price, and all those things, and finally all this data, the moment you save, will go into Oracle. Okay, you can see here it goes into Oracle database. So this is how it works. Now, there will not be one form as I mentioned, there will be many forms. So group of all the forms which will support a specific department activities. Then we call it as an application. So what is an Oracle application? Now what happens is, say, in finance, what are all the activities we do? We perform payables activities, receivables activities, correct, and cash management activities. So we will group all these forms for that specific department activities, and hence it is called a application. So based on the department, application name can be given. For example, for payables department, you can give the application name as Oracle Payables Application. For receivables department, you can give the name as Oracle Receivables Application, right? And all these group of applications, okay, all these group of applications like Oracle Fusion Accounts Payable applications, Oracle Fusion Accounts Receivable applications, Oracle Fusion Fixed Assets applications, Oracle Fusion Cash Management application, Oracle Fusion General Ledger applications. Once you group all these, okay, so these are called as a family. Okay, one family you can say, that is finance family, right? So that is the way these applications work. Now, if you want in finance, what are all the applications that get covered, right? Then the major applications that get covered in finance are Oracle Fusion Accounts Payable. This application basically deals with purchase of invoices, making of payments to the suppliers, and all those things. Coming to Oracle Fusion Accounts Receivable application. So, what is the primary function of the accounts receivable application? It will record the sales invoices, that is all the customer details like customers, addresses, okay? And whenever the customer make any payment, those customer payments or receipts information, the billing addresses of the customer, the shipping addresses of the customer, all these things, the accounts receivable application will uh, perform. Next, Oracle Fusion Fixed Assets. So fixed assets application, what does it do? It will maintain all the data related to assets, like assets impairment, okay, assets addition, assets retirement, depreciation, calculation of depreciation for the fixed assets, right? So all these things will be handled by the fixed assets application. Next, coming to Oracle Fusion Cash Management application. Whatever cash or bank account data, okay, and the cash flow information has to be handled, that will be handled in the cash management application. So here you will maintain all your bank accounts related information, bank statement reconciliations will be done, manual reconciliation, automatic reconciliation. So various activities it will do. And finally, Oracle Fusion General Ledger applications. What will Oracle Fusion General Ledger application do? Its main purpose is to generate the financial reports. And how these reports will be generated, all the accounting, whatever is done, will be finally transferred to the general ledger, and based on that, all the financial reports will be generated, right? So in this way, this is our financial product family. Okay. So what are the product families in Oracle applications? Any specific application supporting any specific primary business process. It is known as a product family. Okay. So these group of applications are called as a product family. For example, in the finance applications support the primary business process of finance. Hence, called as a finance product family. Similarly, other applications also we group and we call it as a product family. So just now I have given you an example of Oracle financial product family. That is, what are the main applications under finance? GL, AP, AR, FA, and cash management. So I have given the short form of it. That is general ledger, accounts payable, accounts receivable, fixed assets, and cash management. For cash management, we represent it as CE. Okay, because there is any other application in Oracle by name cost management. For that, CM is used. Hence, for cash management, always CE is used. Right. Next, coming to Oracle supply chain management family. Okay, so what is supply chain management? Whatever task of purchasing or inventory management or ordering of goods are related. So those all activities come under the supply chain management. And what are the modules or the applications that are being used? So in Oracle, we can call each and every application as an application or a module like GL module, AP module, or a purchasing module or purchasing application. So these words are interchangeably used. Okay. So here we have Oracle purchasing, Oracle inventory, Oracle order management under the supply chain management family. Now, there is one more product family called as Oracle Human Capital Management. So, whatever employee related information or a payroll related information or data is maintained, all those things are maintained under the HCM family. And what are the major applications used under that family? Oracle Core HR, that is Human Resources Application, Oracle Payroll Application, Oracle Talent Management Application. So these are the ones. And there are various other families like Oracle CRM. CRM is nothing but Customer Relationship Management or Oracle Projects. Under Oracle Projects also various applications are there like project management, project billing, project expenses, all those things. So these are just to name a few. There are more than 300 applications in Oracle. Okay, so there are n number of applications in Oracle. The ones which we are going to look into are a few. That is, we are mainly bothered about this financial applications. Okay, next. What are the Oracle versions till now? So earlier, the very first thing which Oracle started was Oracle e-business suite. Okay. So as we know that Oracle was just sorry, Oracle this fusion has come later on. Okay. So earlier it started with just one application, that is General Ledger accounting application. Okay. So this was the very first application which Oracle was using under EBS 11.9. Okay. So this version is called 11i. Correct. This was the first version. Then they moved from version 11i to version R12. Here they did some changes from 11i to R12. They converted many form functions to web pages. Okay, so earlier, as I showed you, there were only forms which were using. Now they are using web pages. That is the internet web pages. Okay. And finally, they have moved into Oracle Fusion and cloud applications. Okay, so right now we are using Oracle Fusion applications. This is the latest version which we are using. And most of the clients now are using only Fusion application. They have even stopped now giving the license for EDS. Right. They have now even stopped giving the licenses for EDS applications. Cool. Now, next, what we are going to understand. What is Oracle Fusion? What is cloud and cloud computing? What is the difference between on-premise versus cloud? And what cloud options are available for customers? Okay. So what is Fusion? Here you can see something, some big table which I have given. Right? Don't worry, I'll explain. So what used to happen is, like Oracle, there are many companies that are operating in the market. Okay. which deal with various applications like purchasing, HRMS, finance, procurement, etc. Okay, for example, we have PeopleSoft. PeopleSoft is also a company like Oracle. Okay, it deals with various modules or various applications like financial, HCM, HRMS, or HRMS, you can say, procurement, SCM, projects, PPM, CRM. Now, this PeopleSoft application had its core in HCM or HRMS, means they were expertised in this specific applications. All other applications were average, but HCM or HRMS, as you can say, was its core. Coming to Oracle. Oracle also works with various applications like financials, HCM, HRMS, procurement, SCM, projects, PPM, CRM, all those things. But the best application in Oracle was financials. Right. Coming to JD, that is JD Edwards. So in the market, even JD Edwards existed, wherein it also had various applications like same, if I can mention, but SCM was their core. Similarly, SAP was specialized in supply chain management modules. Okay, although there were all other applications which it used to deal with, but their expertise or core were in their supply chain management. Similarly, we had Primavera, which would expertise in PPM, that is project management. Hyperion, Hyperion application were having the reporting as their core. Okay, so Hyperion reporting, they used to have extraordinary reporting applications where the reports would generate in a very easy manner and very user friendly manner. So that was their core. Okay, and it also used to deal with HFM or HPB, where HFM means Hyperion Financial Management. HPB is nothing but Hyperion Planning and Budgeting. Okay, so their core was reporting. Coming to Siebel. For Siebel, CRM was their core application, that is customer relationship management. They also dealt with ERM and PRM. So ERM is nothing but enterprise resource management. PRM is partner relationship management. Okay. So these were n number of companies, or you can say products, which were available, which were similar to Oracle. Okay. Now you can see that any ERP product provides the best services only in one area. I mean, it cannot provide its best services in all the areas. Okay. Suppose in market you will have to go and buy the car, laptop, TV, etc. So different vendors were there, right? Similarly, for ERP also, there were various vendors and each vendor was specialized in one different area. Okay. For example, as I mentioned, JD Edwards was specialized in SCM. Okay. And all this list given, whatever I have given you. Right. PeopleSoft was specialized in HCM. Oracle is specialized in finance skills. Hyperion is specialized in reporting. SAP is specialized in SCM, like that. Okay. Now, when there are so many products, okay, suppose you are a company and you have a client which is looking for solutions in all these areas. Okay, so they want an ERP which has solution for supply chain management, human capital management, customer relationship management, financial management. Okay, so all these things they want to implement into their system. So what do you think, which ERP will be best for all? You can see that you don't find any single ERP which gives the best solution for all the business purposes at the one time. Different ERPs used to give different processes to be the best. Okay, so what is the first challenge that the client will face? The first challenge is that no ERP has a sound solution for all the areas which the organizations generally look for, right? Still, if they have to go and pick up the best solution from the market, they have to go for different vendors. For example, if our client now wants HCM, they would go to PeopleSoft for HCM, then for Oracle for financials, for JD for SCM, and SAP for SCM or this one, and Hyperion for reporting, right? Then what they would have to do, once they go for all this, they have to go for different licenses, and also they have to go for various integrations, because one application is working only for one activity. So they have to integrate all these 4 to 5 applications, right? Right. So this would be a huge cost for the companies. Okay. So what would the company do? The companies would first analyze which is their key area, and then go for the best area solution for their primary area. For example, let's say for my client, the key area is SCM. Okay, so it might go for SAP application, because although in SAP, other areas like financial, HCM, HRMS are just average, but still because their key area is SCM, they want SCM application to be the best. So they will go for SAP and compromise in others. Okay, or if the company thinks no, my core area of activity is financials, it will go into Oracle, so that they will get the best features of financials, and other features or other applications they can manage. Okay, so this is how the customers or the clients used to compromise. Now, to remove this problem, Oracle has come up with Oracle Fusion applications. What Oracle did here? Here, Oracle acquired all the other vendors like PeopleSoft, JD Edwards, Civil, Primavera, Hyperion, etc., and various other ERP solutions to meet the client requirements effectively. After acquiring these, they took the best areas in these ERPs and implemented in Fusion. Thus, now the clients can get their best ERP solution in one product, that is Fusion application. So, what Oracle did, it acquired all these vendors, and it took the best application out of it and created something called as Oracle Fusion applications. Okay, so that is what I have mentioned here. Oracle has combined the best products or solutions or applications like financials, HRMS, SCM, CRM, PPM reporting in one company, and hence it is called as Fusion. As it is acquired by Oracle, it is called as Oracle Fusion. Okay, let's move further. So now how does this Oracle Fusion work? Let's understand some basic concepts and then we'll go further. Okay, first we'll understand something called virtualization concept. So what happens is, now this Oracle is in all in cloud, correct? It's virtual. So Oracle deals with virtual machines. So they create the virtual machines using the virtualization concept. So now what is virtualization concept? So it is, in very simple layman terms, if I say, it is an act of putting the dividers. Yeah, so where were we? About the virtualization concept. Okay. Now, let's first understand in simple terminology. Let's say we have one big building with somewhere 100 rooms in it. But if you only let one single person to live in the entire building, it would be a huge waste of space, right? This is how the systems used to work earlier. For a long time, the computers worked in this manner only. One giant physical computer was dedicated to running just one single application or operating system, right? So the virtualization technology has overcome that problem. What it does is, it lets you take that one giant physical building and chop it up into separate, fully functional sub apartments, so that dozens of people can live at the same time, and they will be completely independent of one another. Okay. So what it happens is, this layer will be built over. Okay. In technological world or in tech world, if you say, this virtualization uses a special piece of software called as hypervisor. Okay. Now hypervisor is nothing but, you can say, a property manager. Okay. So what is our physical hardware? It is our building. Okay, I have given one example comparison also. See, our physical hardware is nothing but our building. Okay, so this is our actual computer which is having like the metal chips, hard drives, RAM, all these things. Okay. Then comes the hypervisor. Okay. This is nothing but our property manager. So what will happen is this software sits on the top of the hardware. It will decide how much space, electricity, water each apartment gets. Okay. So in our example, this is the apartment, how much space, electricity and water each apartment should get. Similarly, in computer, this hypervisor, what it does is how much CPU, memory and storage each physical hardware, okay, or each virtual machine should get. Right. Finally comes the virtual machine, that is the apartments. So this, as the name suggests, virtual means it is not physical. These are like fake or virtual computers created by what? Created by the hypervisor. So to the if you come back to our example, to the person who lives inside apartment, let's say 3x, it feels like they own a whole house. They have no idea of any other apartment like 3Y or 3Z, which would even exist. And let's say something goes wrong in one apartment, it doesn't impact the other department. Right. So this is the concept of virtualization. So under a physical hardware, there will be a layer called hypervisor, and on that hypervisor, a virtual machine will be built. So that is nothing but the virtual server. So this physical hardware is nothing but physical server, and inside that a virtual server will be there. That virtual server will be built on a hypervisor. Okay. So this is the way. So this hypervisor is nothing but the divider. So this is our virtualization concept. This is exactly the way how Oracle works. Okay. Now, if you see the Oracle org structure, how it will happen is one big physical server will be there. Inside that physical server, Oracle will create various virtual servers. These virtual servers are maintained in cloud, that is internet. Now, every virtual server will have again the same structure like a physical server. So, there will be one virtual infrastructure, one virtual operating system, and under that virtual operating system, there will be applications. Clear? Okay. So, what I said? So, there will be one physical server. The Oracle creates virtual servers in it. These virtual servers are maintained in cloud. This cloud is nothing but the internet. Okay. So now how this logic works and how users will able to access it and manage it based on this logic. Let's take one example. See, for example, Oracle gave one virtual server V1 to its client ABC. Okay. Now ABC is having its business in different locations, say India, USA, UAE, and so on. Trying to understand how Oracle works, right? See, so let's take an example. A USA user tries to connect to this Oracle server. Okay, so what will happen is the data center which is nearest as per the geography will get connected. Okay, for example, if USA user tries to connect, the USA data center will get connected, taking the nearest geography of the user. Now, suppose there are no virtual servers, let's say, and only one physical server was available at USA. Then, if any user from a different geography tries to access it, all those users will have to follow the same path and the same URL. In this case, the traffic would be very high. So, in case of physical server, the user would experience very less speed, or his experience would be very bad. If any user is from India and is trying to use the server, the Oracle will the virtual server will connect to the nearest data center, and the user will get the data. Similarly for USA, similarly for UAE. If there is only one physical server, then everywhere or every user will have to go to that specific route which would create a lot of traffic, right? And hence the system would work very slow. So with this cloud computing, the data centers, that is, which are replica of virtual servers, will get connected to the users and give them a good working experience. Also, one more thing, the data centers will not have the complete data as a virtual server. They will have only those data which the user tries to connect, right? It is something sort of a caching. So this is how the cloud computing works. This is the way the Oracle works. So what is cloud and cloud computing? Where Oracle provides the virtual servers and all the other facilities like DBA, maintaining servers, upgradation, etc., is known as cloud computing. In simple terms, the cloud computing refers to the servers that are accessed over the internet. These servers are present in a remote location. Thus, if you are going to access your Fusion applications with Oracle virtual servers, that only we call as cloud. That is what it is called as Oracle Cloud. Because it is owned by Fusion, it is called Oracle Fusion Cloud Computing. Okay. Also, one more thing is there. In Fusion applications, there are no forms. Okay, it is completely web based. Okay, there will be web pages. That is ADF technology. That is application development framework. So what happens, as the entire application is made of ADF technology, you can connect it from any device, that is mobile, tablet, laptop, etc. In EBS, if you remember, you can't connect it from any device. Although you guys, maybe not every one of you would know about EBS, but EBS was like a Java application, and you would not be able to connect it with any device. I had to install it properly on your system. But Fusion is different. It is completely web based. It is just like a URL. You'll be given a URL and you can access it from anywhere, any device. Okay, you don't even need any plugins for it. Okay, so that is one advantage of Fusion Cloud applications. Any doubt till here? I hope now my voice is clear.
Yeah, no issue. Yeah, no doubt.
Okay, next. Now there are various structures, okay, or various types of models which Oracle provides. Let me explain you that. Okay, the clients who are going to buy servers and maintain them for their own business, then it is called on premise. Okay, so they have to do the below activities. So first let me explain you the activities and give you the comparison, and then we will again come back and you will understand what is this on premise model. Okay, so what are the servers? So if any company wants to use any Fusion applications, then they will have to first buy this servers. So these are nothing but the virtual servers which they will have to buy. Okay. Next, coming to license. So once they purchase the server, they will have to take the license from the Oracle for the applications that they want to use. Okay. So these licenses also cost very high. Okay. So the servers are taken, licenses are taken, then they will have to go for the installation. So for the applications which they want to use and have taken the license, they will have to install it in their server. For doing this installation, we need to have Fusion Apps DBA, that is database administrators. Okay. Now, a team is also needed to manage these servers or networking or this administration tasks. Okay. They will also have to take care of the servers, that is maintenance of applications and servers. If Oracle comes up with any new releases, then the company has to take care of all the upgrades also. So this is what is known as on-premise. Means once any client feels that they want to buy the complete virtual server itself and maintain by itself, then that model or that option is known as on-premise model. Thus, on-premise means in their premises, they are going to have their server, and in that server, they will have the applications that they are going to use. Okay, this is about on-premise. There are various other options which Oracle provides. Okay, Oracle provides virtual servers to its client by using virtualization concept we have already known. These clients doesn't have to do the below activities. All these activities are performed by Oracle itself. So what they will have to do is the servers, the licenses, the installation, the database administration management, server or networking management, maintenance of those servers, any upgrades, all this will be taken by Oracle itself. If the company wants to use the servers from Oracle, they will have to just take one subscription. So earlier in EBS, there was some on-prem model. Even in Fusion, it is there, but it becomes very costly. So on-prem model means the server itself, the client is purchasing and maintaining. So this comes as a very huge cost. So there are various other options provided by Oracle. What are these options? Okay, before that we will compare. See, the companies that buy their own servers and use the Oracle financial application on these servers are called on-premise or on-premise. Companies that use the servers provided by Oracle and use the financial applications on these servers are called cloud. The on-prem applications are called Oracle Fusion Finance applications, and the applications used via Oracle provide servers are called Oracle Fusion Cloud Finance applications. Okay. So the Oracle is currently focusing only on cloud applications and not encouraging clients for on-prem. So as of today, if you go and want to buy a subscription, Oracle will only provide for cloud. It won't give you a physical uh, or finance application or on-prem application, which I have just explained, on-prem model. So what are the other options Oracle is providing? So the cloud options for customers. If any company is going to implement Fusion applications for their company, and if they want to go for virtual servers from Oracle, they can get those servers through buying a subscription from Oracle. So they will have to buy a subscription. Oracle provides below three subscription models or options, also called as deployment models or options. So one is SaaS, next PaaS, IaaS. What is SaaS? SaaS is software as a service. PaaS is platform as a service. IaaS is infrastructure as a service. We will in some time understand what is the difference between the three. And generally, the companies go for SaaS or PaaS model. Okay. Now, what is the difference between SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS? In SaaS, which is known as software as a service, what will happen is Oracle will provide only the Fusion applications. They won't give any access to any page customizations. But there any new reports are there means you can do that. Or if any interface or any integrations, if you want to perform that you can do. Auto upgrade, Oracle will only upgrade the application and automatically it will upgrade. Okay, so we need not maintain the activity of that. And maintenance and DBA support, that all Oracle will only provide. What next? PaaS. In platform as a service, Oracle will give you Fusion applications and also the access for page customizations, new report making, and integrations or interfaces. However, auto upgrade will not happen. Whenever Oracle does any new releases, you will have to yourself do an auto upgrade. But Oracle will give the maintenance support and the DBA support. Coming to IaaS, that is infrastructure as a service. Here, Oracle will straight away give you the storage space. All other activities you will only have to perform. That is, creating of Fusion applications, any page customization, reports, upgrade, even maintenance, DBA support, all these things you will only have to do. Okay, so now let me give you one example. Suppose as a client, I only need some storage space. I don't want to buy any server. What is the best option in the market in this case? As a client, if I only want a storage space, we will just buy a storage space and we will take care of everything else. That is creating any applications or maintenance, DBA support, any upgradations like that. So here, this type of purchase you can see with various vendors like Amazon, Netflix. Okay, so the best option here you can say is Amazon. Here, what you are taking, what Amazon is doing, Amazon is taking only storage space on rent. So you are using the complete virtual infrastructure itself. Let's say there is a requirement of the client to have only access to the applications. Then what are the options he can have?
What's the requirement?
His requirement is only to access the application.
Yeah, SaaS.
Yeah, he can go for SaaS. Let's say he wants some page customizations, then he can go for PaaS. So there are two options he might have. These are the two famous ones, either SaaS or PaaS. If he wants any page customizations also, then he can go for PaaS. Otherwise, best is SaaS. So in SaaS, we cannot do any modifications. In PaaS, we can do the page customization. Okay. Now, let's say the client requirement is that they want the application access, and along with it, they should be able to do the modifications as per their requirement. So, in today's day, to cater the needs of their clients, any cloud computing vendors have these flexibilities and offers, and all these offers for their clients. So basically, what are the things which we have understood? So if it is IaaS, only the storage space you will get. And if it is SaaS or PaaS, you will get the application access. But in case of PaaS, you'll get the page customization also. So in the option one, what I have said, the vendor will get access to complete virtual infrastructure. Okay, in with this infrastructure, what the user can do, he can do anything. They can download the virtual operating system, and thus they can download the application and they can use it. Okay, in this, whichever they want or whatever they want, they can do. Whatever they want, they can do with that storage space. In option two, you don't want to do any modifications, right? So your Oracle will give access to the application directly. For example, the financial application or SCN application. So that standard product application access it will give you. The client can directly go configure that application, use that application. It won't allow you to do any customizations. However, small, as I mentioned, small report customizations, all these things are allowed. Also, third-party integrations are possible. However, if you want to do any small customization, PaaS gives you that flexibility. You will get the standard product with the access of customizations. So most of the customers go for SaaS model only because here the upgradation gets done manually. When you go for PaaS, you might need to upgrade yourself those applications. So these are the various options which Oracle provides. Any doubts still there? Okay, fine. Chalo. Thank you, everybody.